all day. I'm here all day.
Making magic on the field. It's Coach Mahomes and the Magicians.
Oh, all day, baby.
Yo, man, Sherman's on receivers like funk on a bass guitar.
Touchdown in your city. That's it.
Adding Super Bowl 42 champion Michael Strahan to your defense. Always a good choice.
Woo! Let's go, baby. All day.
It's time. Magicians against the Snappers. Superstar KO ain't your normal game of football. One drive from the 25. Tug of war to break ties. And no kicking. Let's go. Your ball. One drive. Superstar. You are live. They run for the first time with Gordon. Richard Sherman in on that play.
Let's go.
Snappers, give us that crackle and make it pop.
Horrible.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Big hit bearing down on him there. He couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. What you thinking now? 2nd down. They'll run it. Richard Sherman in on that play.
Woo! Okay, baby, I see you.
Gain of 8 was great. Just get 2 more to keep this thing going.
Ric Flair.
Drops back on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and that's complete. Picks up some good yardage right there.
Let's go.
Dot 180.
Mike, 51. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. It'll be intercepted by Richard Sherman. Give up for him again, y'all.
That's a
Richard
pick, boy. That's
Sherman.
a pick. Going the other way.
So you just won your first game of Superstar KO. And now for the best part about winning, go choose another X Factor.
They can't hold me, coach.
Derrick Henry doesn't just break defenses, he owns them. All right, Dot City against the Magicians. It's round 2 of Superstar KO, and you've earned your spot. Now line up your team and show them what you've got. First and 10, 75 yards to glory. Superstar KO time, baby.
Here we go.
Magicians up first. Y'all know what to do.
Too little, Cupcake.
They'll throw it here. Rodgers, they'll throw here. And incomplete to open things up.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's deja vu. You gotta try something else.
Watch 54. Watch the going right. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Rodgers on second down.
Switch gears.
And this time, he's got the hookup. Complete.
Good work,
Nice
boys.
move, player.
Let's go. Here we go. Here we go.
Right there.
60 yards.
Before Mike.
Target.
First and 10, he'll throw it. Hey, offense, y'all trying to make it easy on them? All they gotta do is score if you turn it over. Looking at second down now. Still 10 to go. It'd be nice to pick up that new set of downs right now.
On the ball. Get him, boys. Get him, boys. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Rodgers on third and long. And this is gonna be deep. And that's incomplete. All right, you gotta get this one, or it's their game to win.
Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Fourth and forever. Magicians needing a little magic. Looking to throw.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Give it up for your defense. Now make them proud. Score here and win.
44 is the mic. 44.
Breeze on first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Looking left sideline, complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Dot City touchdown. Magicians, the air's too thin to pull something out. Try again.
Players make big plays, dog. Right.
Coaching the Florida Keys is DJ Khaled.
We the best.
Come on now, let's go.
Yo, Hopkins is a real end zone threat. Yo, this Campbell eats quarterbacks for a living. That's who I would have picked too. All right, Florida Keys versus the Magicians. One more thing about superstars. They make every play count. Hold on to that ball, cuz you got one drive to score from your 25. Then it's their turn. Hey, this is your field. You got one drive to score on them. So get going.
Pull it together.
1st and 10. He'll throw it. Pressure from the right, and he goes down hard.
Another loss. Another loss. Another day.
Hopefully you've got something in that playbook to dig yourself out of this hole.
So we got man.
They'll pass on 2nd down. 2 sacks back to back in this bowl of KO. Here's a Trey Mo tip. Gain yards on offense. Don't lose them. Looking to throw on 3rd and long. The mayor of Saxonville. Let him know you're watching. Calais Campbell. One shot means one shot. You gotta go for it here.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
4th and forever. Magicians needing a little magic. Looking to throw. He's looking deep for Evans. And my goodness, this is...
Come on, baby.
Shut him down. Hard to keep up with Chandler Jones. Breeze ain't never scared.
That's it, baby.
JJ's the milkman, cause he always delivers. Here we go, shut down, mirror match. One shot from the 25, baby. You get a drive, they get a drive. Score and go for two. Tie it up, and it's tug of war time. Score on this drive, and the pressure's on them.
Hey.
Newton on 1st and 10. It's a short one, complete to the tight end.
Yes, sir! That's it, baby!
That's a pickup of 6 on that last play. Start getting into rhythm.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Great!
All day.
Off.
Kill.
2nd down, they'll run it. And the defense ends the play, but not after handing over a hunk of yards.
What's that? 180?
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They run it with him again.
Check.
And he'll get it to about the 48.
Attaboy, baby.
Okay, that's a gain of 7. Keep moving that ball.
Say nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Now he'll move out the pocket. Chandler Jones there to stop him. And a minimal gain that time.
What is that? 180?
Right there. 54 Mike.
He can't hang. He's not gonna get it.
Going with the run on 3rd and short. Chandler Jones in on that play. And just a small pickup.
Let's go.
50.
180.
58's to Mike.
Watch the slant. Gun.
On 1st down, Newton. Throwing middle. It's complete. And that play will end with a big gain downfield.
Come on, fellas.
And the bright side defense, at least you got less of the field to protect.
Like 80.
Check Mike, 54. Mike,
8.
I got one.
Newton on 1st and 10. And that's gonna be incomplete. The coverage was too good there and popped the ball free. Second down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. What you thinking now? Second down. Running it, and they take him down for the loss. Loss of 1 on second. Let's try and do a little better here on this next turn. Throwing is Newton on third.
Drop deep, drop deep.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Oh, man, 4th down. What are you gonna do? You're in the going to the shutdown passing game on 4th. Newton getting a lesson in the laws of gravity. Taken down on a sack. Zero is a great start, but a better ending is 6-0. Go make it happen. Breeze looks to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Ready. 95-56. You're good, you're good. By 4, ready.
Kill.
Throwing again. Breeze on 2nd down. And incomplete. That hit made the ball roam free.
Not my house. Not my house.
Set to go. Maybe call a run. Throwing the ball is not working.
11.
Throwing on 3rd down. Breeze. Bam! The hit jarred it loose. Incomplete.
Good job, D. Good job.
Superstar KO fans. It's 4th down.
33. I'm coming. Check your hot read.
4th down. Shut down. Running for it. And he's into enemy territory after one heck of a run. They just left a clean slate on the scoreboard. Time to shut them down.
5-8.
Breeze on 1st down. Looking left side. It's complete. Derwin James there for the tackle. Scoreless so far. Can't look back. Time for drive 2. 1st down. Going to the ground. And he'll be taken down for no gain, as he can't get away from the D tackle. Look, not the time to panic, but understand, you only get a few opportunities with the ball in Superstar KO. 2nd down, Breeze. Oh, he's got his man wide open. It's complete. And they'll find a new camping spot here at the 15.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, defense, want to s'more? Putting some pressure on that defense down in the red zone. You came to play. Derwin James there for the tackle.
Last stop.
Looking at a 7-yard gain. Puts the offense in a good spot on 2nd down.
Slam.
1st down, going to the ground. Rocked behind the line by Chris Jones. Lost a yard on 2nd. Let's gain some this play.
That's what I do.
Five, 8.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
3rd down from the gun. Breeze. Shutdown slings it, serves it up for 6. A sweet victory for Shutdown. The true ball hawk, Ravens legend and Hall of Famer, Ed Reed. Let's go, Shutdown, mirror match. You got through that first round, and it's time to double down. It's Superstar KO, round 2. But you've been here before, so you know what to do. You've got one drive to score on them, so get going.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
First carry for Dalvin Cook. And they finally take him down right at midfield. Woo!
All day, baby, all day.
That shutdown defense, known to attack. Y'all know what to do.
Let's go.
On first down, back to Cook. Keep moving the pile, y'all. It's a touchdown for the shutdown. Coach Welter has the play called, and her team is ready for the two-point try. They're gonna keep it on the ground, and he'll get in. 8-0.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
It's cool, you gave up 8, but you can still tie it up. Make it count.
Guys, it's game situation. 13.
Mike's 5'4".
Freeze looks to throw on first down.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
And a defensive storm brought down a breeze on the field. Well, now, that last play didn't go your way. Try not making this harder on yourself than you have to. Oh, and he couldn't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Incomplete on second. Try completing one this time.
5-1.
After you, I'm coming after you.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Breeze.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Ain't no such thing as a we taking wins home.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Fourth down. No time to clown. Get out the...
Coming to you, coming to you. Watch the edge.
Shutdown's gonna run it. Oh, he's not going anywhere. Stopped on 4th and 2. Shake it off, Shutdown. Focus on that next victory.
It's too easy. It's too easy. Give it up. Keep it up.
All right, here we go, heroes.
The boat.
Touchdown in your city. That's it.
Donald brings it like the quarterback owes him money.
This is our time. This is our time.
Jerry
right here.
Rice. Ain't no one better.
They can't stop us.
You want to mess with the receiver's head? Go with Earl Thomas. Let's do this. Dot City against the Backyard Heroes. This is Superstar KO. You're starting on your own 25. Put the pressure on the other team. Drive down and get that score. And no kicking. All right, now, this is your first play. 75 yards to the line. Let's go.
We're going to 53.
Mike, 54. I'm coming for you.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10.
SOS.
And his first pass is incomplete. Looking at 2nd down now. Still 10 to go. It'd be nice to pick up that new set of downs right now. Heroes, 2nd down. And he'll throw it again. Khalil Mack brings the attack for the sack. Give it up for the Mack Truck Superstar KO, Khalil.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Mike's 54.
Wide 80.
Looking to throw on 3rd and long. Feeling that heat coming. And down he goes again.
Talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm gonna protect you.
If you don't prove it now, you won't get another shot. So get that first. 4th and long for the Heroes. Coach Lil Yachty calls for another pass.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their 4th Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup. Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and it has been a very long time coming, Charles, for these Jets. But they are back in the Super Bowl, their first appearance in the big game since that stunning Super Bowl III upset way back in January of '69.
Brandon, they'd lost 4 straight AFC Championship games till their win a couple of weeks ago. And remember, prior to that, they'd lost 2 in a row. Mark Sanchez was a quarterback at that time. That was about a decade ago. They lost one of those to the Colts, one of those to the Steelers. But now here they are, back in the big game. And, of course, who are we going to think of?
Joe
Willie
Namath.
White Shoes. Joe Namath guaranteeing victory over the Colts in Super Bowl III. Gets it done. And the AFL-NFL game, never this.
And right away, he lost the football. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Herndon's got it complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80.
For Mike. Let's go. Watch that, watch that.
Gold 50. Alpha.
On first down, Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's... Into the end zone, touchdown Buccaneers. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Nassib, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Brady. And the catch made by Hopkins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and goal at the 7-yard line. Watch the safety creep.
To throw, it's Brady. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
The Jets take over. Let's go, baby. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything inning. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But now it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2.
Oh, the Bucs swarm in, and they block it.
Well, if you were ever wondering, should I believe my special teams coach about, these plays are valuable? Think no more. Huge play, big block, and now they've set up their offense inside the 10-yard line. A chance to score.
So a great special teams play. They blocked the punt, and excellent field position, first and goal. Now Brady, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to
Let's go!
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Christian McCaffrey there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
New York set to take the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Bell stopped up behind the line. Down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York set to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Watch the run.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Le'Veon Bell. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away.
We're going to shut you down. We're going
And
to shut you
that's
down.
what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him. Stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come get some.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting.
Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And the Jets have got it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? you almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB.
Oh, the Bucs swarm in, and they block it. And they'll wind up taking over there in their own territory inside the 40. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brady's pass, intended for Julian Edelman.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Brady already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady again. It's complete to Hopkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 36. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
On first and goal, Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. This is Bell, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not his best effort there as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
To throw again. Brady gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Rip left. 72.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
You ain't doing. Hey, orbit.
You ain't doing nothing.
Rip.
Brady going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw is Brady. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Brady now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at first and 10. Now Brady. He'll try and run it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Brady now to throw. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Let's go.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Brady. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he
says that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Brady now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Brady's incomplete at the 36. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He finds Hopkins complete, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on second down. Brady flush to his right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
And to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. The first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
We got this. at the 43-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On second down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
At the 36-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Back to throw. Brady steps away to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go! Let's go!
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Christian McCaffrey with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So we've come upon halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380.
Mike's 5-4.
Alert!
Let's go, heavy.
Sugar!
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
And they will not. Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And he's had all kinds of problems just getting punts off so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Ball, baby, that's our ball. That's our ball.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's Bell, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have
positive.
to leave the booth.
And Gurley on 1st down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for... And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
He's going to take off with it. The quick feet by Jackson. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
And make them 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, so why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Again, it's Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Faking the give, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We play to win. Let's go.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
Yeah, spreading the wealth has been very effective. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off of play action, Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
You got it.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of it.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that score gives him a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things. Defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run. As they stop him behind the line.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Darnold now to throw, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that'll bring up second down. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but now it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 58 yards, the distance covered on the punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there, a punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long, it's Darnold looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a lemon of a kick there. This is going to be spotted down right on the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given them good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
A team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the Jets have got it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble of first down, a 16-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun, forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
And Darnold, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. In the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And New York set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. The 40, the 30. 10, 5. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it's the best possible spot to begin a drive. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from a yard out. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 2nd down and 10. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's Darnold looking middle, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And that will get out of bounds, so that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st down, Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Darnold. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Chris.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And all the way to the opposite 45.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, flush to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
The quick feet by Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Dancing to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. Quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Muscles him off. And some room to roam now. The 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that and got a big gain on a busted play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And that's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up, it's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They still can't get him. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Jordan Jenkins, he's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. A big connection on that one. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Darnold staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Quinnen Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Jackson now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Jackson now. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch the screen.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Jackson. The quick slant caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Woo! Pick, baby. Good stuff. Keep doing that.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in
Actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
The Record Breakers.
Touchdown in your city.
The pride of Jacksonville, Florida, out of William Raines High School, Brian Dawkins.
Let's go. Turn it up, baby. Turn it up.
Mahomes has got a cannon.
They cannot hold us.
He'll be
down.
back. It's the Shermanator. All right, Record Breakers versus the Snappers. Aha! You made it! Welcome to Superstar KO. In this mode, man, we laying tracks and talking smack. So if you ready, let's get it started. The Snappers are so well balanced on both sides of the ball. They are the epitome of balance. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And that's gonna be knocked away and incomplete. Record Breakers.
Let's go. Turn it up, baby. Turn it up.
Only a
Let's go.
barber gives sharper cuts than Travis Kelce.
Come on now, let's go.
Straight out the LBC, it's the D-O-double-G.
Let's go, baby. All
Coming
day.
in hot from that linebacker spot, it's Chandler Jones. Let's go, Record Breakers. Dot City. All right, y'all, here's a trade mo tip. Everyone's got strengths and weaknesses. Let's see what you got. You're 25, one chance to score, and you gotta go for two. All right, here comes Dodge City. Defense, y'all might want to add a DB or two out there on this one. Back to pass. And this first pass to Travis Kelce is a good one.
Oh boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
A pickup of 9. One more would have gotten you a new set of downs. Got a little more work to do out there. Drops back to throw it. He hits Jones on the slant. And he's finally taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Crossing into enemy territory. Things are starting to... Man, I say that way too much. You know what's happening. Looks to throw it. Wide open is his receiver. That's complete. And that'll set them up nicely at the 15-yard line. Let's see what they do from the red zone.
Watch the slant. One.
Dot City in the red zone. Looking to throw. And he's out of bounds right at the 9-yard line. All right, you got 5 on it. You concentrating on picking up that first down. Looking to throw again. And he's got his man. It's Jones for the Dot City touchdown. Coach Beckham got the squad ready for the 2-point try. They're going to throw for the 2. Record breakers able to knock that pass away.
Come on, fellas.
You gave up 6, but that ain't 8. Take it to the house and send them packing. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. And the first hookup with his wide receiver, Snoop Dogg. Keep this drive rolling, and you'll be breaking records in Superstar KO. 1st down on the ground. Met at the line of scrimmage. Stopped for no gain. No gain last play. I'd like to see a little more out of this offense. We got a stadium full of KO fans watching this. Throws over the middle, and it's... Dot City comes out with some extra DBs on 3rd.
You know why this team showed up? Sunday!
They'll throw from the 50. Dot City's able to knock that pass away. You got one more chance. You're in the...
All day, baby. All day.
On 4th down, record breakers dropping back to throw. Kelsey's got a pair of defenders. It's intercepted. Record breakers, just come on back and start a new track. Dot City. It's time for the GOAT. Grab a bag of Kittles and taste the rainbow of route flavors. Yo, B-Wag's tackling skills are top-notch. All right, Dot City against Shutdown. This is the first round of Superstar KO. I'm your boy Trey Mo, and it's the mode more fun than an end zone celebration. So let's stop talking and let's start playing. With the defense Shutdown has, might be better to punt on first down. Oh, that's right. No kick. First carry for Marcus Allen. And bam! Stuffed there by Bobby Wagner. They took 3 yards from you on that first down. That football's moving in the wrong direction, offense. Mahomes can't connect, as that'll fall. Dot City comes out with some extra DBs on third. Third down, gonna run it.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Look, there's no crying in baseball and no kicking in KO. Time for a first down. Here's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. Free space. Throws to the right. Complete. Patrick Mahomes.
Come on now. Let's go.
Now that's tipping the field in your favor. What y'all doing back there, defense? First down. Going to the ground. And bam! Stuffed there by Bobby Wagner. Got pushed back a yard. Bet you didn't like that so much. Time to get up and push back. It's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And it pops free. That collision just jarred the ball loose. Dot City comes out with some extra DBs on third. Third down, gonna run it.
Run. Woo! Yeah, baby.
Fourth down, not looking so good. You're on the freeway to the Shutdown, looking to pass on 4th and short. A diving grab. I think he got that.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Reaching the red zone. That's how you get things done here in Superstar KO. Mahomes rolls left. And incomplete there. A nice hit jars the ball free. Second down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. What you thinking now? Here's Mahomes. Sliding right. Just rolling with Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, shutdown. Coach Welter has the play called, and her team is ready for the two-point try. Gonna try and throw for it, and he'll get in. 8-0.
All day, baby, all day.
Superstars have setbacks, but they never give up.
Right here.
Go put up 8 of your own.
Alpha. New Mike 52, Mike 52.
I'm coming.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Brady on 1st and 10. Ever see a goat in a sack before? Here you go. Hopefully you've got something in that playbook to dig yourself out of this hole. On second down, here's Brady. Going for Kittle. Picked off.